It's never been harder to lose weight than right now. Why? Because every day we see thirst traps, Big Mac billboards, or some distractions repelling us from our purpose. Falling for pleasures, killing our testosterone levels with our own hands. And the results? 3 out of 4 Americans are fat, and quite literally half of the adult population is clinically obese. Crazy. It's all because their brains are being attacked by social media, porn, junk food, video games. But the good news is, you can actually learn how to master your own mind and lose weight on autopilot. Because when you train your brain into doing hard things, losing weight feels like playing a video game. So in this video, I'm going to explain how it's not your fault if you've fallen victim to your urges, the psychology behind cravings, and how you can master it to lose fat faster and easier than 99% of people. Let's begin. Yesterday, I was at the coffee shop when my friend pulled out his phone. He looks like David Goggins, but he's struggling with weight for years. Suddenly, he flashed his chick's profile. You know what I'm saying? I gave it a look and started sipping my coffee. But what he said next just made me speechless. He said I have a digital hot girlfriend. You feel me? Then he showed me screenshots of their conversations. He was cheesing that he had a hot young girlfriend, but it didn't make any sense. I was confused. Like, is this even possible? A girl dating a 230-pound guy over the screen, sexting daily? Then they were chatting on a platform called OnlyFans. He faced me and said she replies to me every day. I pay her monthly for that. He was chatting for hours with that girl. Something felt off about the whole situation. When I got home, I decided to investigate. Turned out my friend fell into a thirst trap. What I discovered was shocking. He was actually chatting with some 19-year-old Indian dude, Raul, living in Delhi. But the reality is, my friend lost motivation to find a girlfriend in real life, which was hard. So he switched to Emily on OnlyFans. My friend chose pixels over real progress, and his body showed. Unfortunately, my friend's situation isn't unique. According to stats, more than 3 billion people visit porn sites monthly, with a devastating number of over 100 million visits per day. That's like the entire population of Canada getting a daily dose of lust. It's humiliating, but I want to be real with you guys. You might say, well, it's not my problem. I don't watch porn, but yeah, sometimes I see girls dancing in my feed. That's the reason why I'm making this video. They're playing with your attention. They're playing with your cravings. They're playing with your loneliness. They're normalizing this evil in society in the form of Bonnie Blue, OnlyFans, porn. They understand one crucial truth. Your thoughts about yourself impact how you behave and therefore impact your quality of life. The cheaper the dopamine you consume, the less rewarding real life becomes. That's why going to the gym feels like a chore. That's why work feels empty. That's why eating clean feels pointless. You're not lazy, your brain is numb. The only fix is a dopamine reset. Here's the neuroscience behind why this happens. It's not things that upset us, it's our judgment about things. Remember, when you were a child, how badly you wanted those Pokemon cards, those video games, or the sports gear. So after a lot of patience, when you actually get the gift, your reward system is producing a chemical in your brain called dopamine. It's a reward chemical which it produces when you feel pleasure. After a few weeks, you lost interest in that gift because dopamine creates a crash. The higher the high, the lower you feel afterwards. Our brain wants things fast because it gives us dopamine. It gives us instant gratification. For example, gambling, porn, TikTok, Netflix. All of those release a massive amount of cheap, unhealthy dopamine inside our brains. The cheaper the dopamine that we get, the more addictive we become. The problem is that many of our choices are ingrained in our routines and our habits. We aren't consciously making them. If you think that those thirst traps on Instagram are harmless, you are wrong. Here's what actually happens. You like a video, you get dopamine. You see another video, then another, and within a few minutes, you're beating your meat. For junk food, you taste one donut and another, until you've lost complete control of yourself and feel disgusted with yourself. You know the fact that losing fat requires hard work, discipline, and commitment. And if your reward system is all fucked up, losing weight feels like scaling Mount Everest. Every cheap dopamine hit rewires your brain to avoid the gym and crave junk food. Here's the proof. Stanford researchers tracked 200 men for 8 weeks. Those with lower dopamine from avoiding digital stimulation lost 3 times more fat and produced 40% more muscle. Why? Because your brain can differentiate between the real and cheap dopamine. That's why you feel less attracted to working out. That's why real achievements feel worthless. This means rewiring your own reward system for natural dopamine can help you lose fat and build muscle. Now, here's how to rewire your reward system. The 4-step solution. A wise man is consistent in both his thoughts and his actions. There are 4 tried and tested solutions to this. Step 1, cut out porn cold turkey. If you're fat and you feel irritated, excited, or lost, write this down. Don't watch porn ever again. When you watch porn, your arousal sensory gets linked to porn instead of real girls. It destroys your self-image, your identity, and your goals. You'll end up gaining more fat and end up being softer. Install a porn blocker today. I recommend BlockSite, Freedom, and Cold Turkey. Yes, I personally use them. Step 2, cut out soft porn. Think Instagram models aren't that bad? Think again, because these girls are making bank using your lust. Here's what I'll do. Unfollow every girl who's posting sexual content. It also gives you a lot of power. Replace them with fitness influencers who actually lift. People who ignite your drive towards success. Step 3, dating apps. What a fucking scam. You remember my friend? He fell into that digital dating black hole? He used a dating app called Tinder, where some OnlyFans girls exploited his loneliness for profit. And now she's printing money while my friend is happy that he has a girlfriend. So if you're fat and you're looking for some relationship, you'll find zero success in those dating apps. According to studies, 20% of top-tier men get 80% of those women on those apps. So if you're using them, you're wasting your time, which you can invest in yourself into something that's better and healthier. If you want to end your loneliness, go outside and talk to girls in real life. Girls actually like it. Here's the proof.
A recent study from 2023 surveyed hundreds of men and women with the intent to answer one question: do women want to be approached? And the results of this study might shock you. 50% of men said they had not approached a woman in the last year. And what's more, 35% of women said that they hadn't been approached in a year, and 50% of women said they hadn't been approached in the last month. And a staggering 77% of women said yes, they do want to be approached more. And that was for ages 18 to 30. We see a slight drop off as women get older. So from 30 to 40, 68% of women said they want to be approached more. And from women 41 and older, 45% said they want to be approached more. If you're struggling with approach anxiety, hopefully these numbers renew your hope. We're talking 7 out of every 10 women you see are wanting to be approached more, and half of them haven't been approached romantically by a man in at least 4 weeks or longer.
It'll also help rewire your stimulated brain. The 4th step. The most potent and empowering step you can take right now is to learn how to transmute your sexual energy. Because we can both relate to the fact that it's the most powerful energy in the world. And Napoleon Hill, in his book, Think and Grow Rich, wrote a whole section called Sexual Energy Transmutation. He wrote, sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by the desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, will, power, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at times, because he wanted men to master their sexual energy and use it to supercharge different areas of their lives. Whether it's health, wealth, relationships, use this energy to manifest your goals. Use your sexual energy wisely, not wasting it on some low value OnlyFans girl or wasting it while watching porn. These 4 steps will transform your brain in 30 days. But if you want the complete system to build an iron mindset and conquer your inner self, check out my mental mastery course. You have the power to break free. Click the first link in the description. I'm out.